Hey YouTube, Cave Dweller, 1959, back again, part 2 of building us a butcher knife from scratch, trying to make a companion knife to this one. Something I wanted to touch on, but I didn't get it done on time. I started on talking about the maker mark when I burned it in on part 1, how I got a little carried away and I got too much around here burning through the fingernail polish. This one, if you go back to another video, I did that on this one intentionally. I chipped it out. I wanted this knife to look old, and that's exactly what it is. This one's going to be, that's going to make it look old. With this knife, I don't have an issue. On any other knife, I would. Another thing, most people you see doing etching on YouTube, they're using this stuff here, fingernail polish. Works great for doing this. For what I'm going to do here, fingernail polish is probably the most miserable stuff you can possibly work with. I'm going to be using, we call it, where I'm from, plain old model airplane paint. Testers is the name on this one. Cheapo little brushes, like 99 cents a 6-pack. I've got about 90% of the bristles actually cut off here. Very, very fine. I'm not talking heavy, thick. I want very, very, very fine. This is what we're shooting for. Basic vine pattern, just like what's on the other one, or close to it. You never get them exactly the same. You don't want them exactly the same. You want every knife looking itself. That said, let's do it. Very simple, very easy. Way, way more better than fingernail polish. The more I do this, the more I get. Less is better. Very easy to put on too much. Just get to the point of overkill. And you end up washing it all off, starting over again. Which I have done many, many times. I just go one right, one left, one right, one left. How's that? Fast, simple, easy, and cheap. Those are 3 of my favorite words when it comes to this kind of a project. I'm going to let this dry. Places like right here, you see it's kind of a bit fat. As soon as this dries, I'm going to take this X-Acto knife. I'm going to cut that down so it's all one nice smooth. I'm going to dip it in some ferric acid. When I get to that point, we'll be back. Hey, we're back. We got the blade. It's been soaking in the ferric chloride solution for about 40 minutes or so. And that's what she's looking like when you pull it out of there. If a person could coat that somehow and make that knife look like that, that'd be pretty unreal. Looks really good in red. If you want a really, really deep etch in this, you'll see there is a black residue on there, and after due time, about 30 minutes, I'll take it out and I'll use a coarse piece of cloth, blue jeans, something like that. Take it to the sink and just wash off that. It does not take the paint off. Don't have any worries about it. Put it back in there so that solution is etching on steel. I did not do that on this one. I don't want it deep. I just want it to look like the other one. How's that look? That looks pretty awesome. There's the old maker mark. Like I told you, it don't show up good right now, but it's going to wash out. It's all going to blend together. I'm going to shut this thing off. I'm going to go clean it up. I'm going to get the acetone. I'm going to take that paint off there. We're going to look at her one more time. Hey, we're back. We got it cleaned up. Look at that. Is that looking good or is that looking good? Cleaned off the paint, acetone. Like I said, basic vine pattern. Nothing fancy, just looks good. Very easy to do. Takes a little time. No big thing. Middle of winter around here where I'm at, you got a lot of time. That's video number 2. Number 3, I'm going to scale it when I come back. It'll have scales on it. I'm going to show you how this is done. That is stained with what they call aqua fortis. It's nitric acid. It's been around for hundreds of years. It makes absolutely gorgeous maple. Makes a good piece of maple into a beautiful piece of maple. Thanks a lot. This is Cave Dweller, 1959.